False patriots. We have already talked about false prophets and pastors. Now let's talk about false patriots. Before I do, I want to make it clear that the Christian identities/Israel people are true patriots. I just want to focus on other groups that go by other names. Anytime there is truth that is proclaimed, there will also be the wolves who sneak in to lead the flock astray, and so it is with the Patriot movement. This is nothing new and has been going on as long as there has been a Patriot movement of any kind. In more recent years there were those who have slipped into various American patriotic movements and have deliberately started to subvert it. Two examples of that is with the FBI slipping into the KKK and into the National Socialist Movement, otherwise known as the Nazis. We all know that the FBI had its agents inside these groups. Some for the purpose of collecting names and addresses, while others used to spread lies and, thus, cause friction between various groups. These infiltrators were also used to incite individuals within the group to do something illegal, with the result of bad-mouthing the group and to put someone in prison. There is an example or two of people who have led the white nationalist groups who are in it for two things, namely, getting girls and making money. But they also spread some lies, such as believing the Judeo-Christian lie that the Old Testament is Jewish and, therefore, not to be believed. This is a false prophet big time. William Fink has a sermon on this not long ago. What has been happening in the past 10 years or so is that there have been some people who have created a large following on the internet, and because of what they have talked about, have become known as leaders in the patriotic movement. I think you know who I'm talking about. People like Alex Jones, Mike Adams, and Lorraine Day. First, the good. Christ started off by making compliments but then pointed out the wrong that someone had done. For the above three, and there are more, these people do point out the many evils that are in society, and they do a good job at it. Now, Jones and Adams say they are Christian. If you happen to hear the Dre video, otherwise, they don't talk about God and the Bible. But along with the truth they do give out, they throw some curveballs. For example, they think that all people are equal, and they think that there is nothing wrong with being a homosexual. Well, God says differently. So, what does this do? Their followers, who believe everything else, will believe this. This is very wrong. They are helping to create a new Sodom and Gomorrah. Now, Dr. Lorraine Day exposes the evil people in high places, and she knows who they are. But, again, she stops short and throws in her towel with the Baal priests. She believes in many things that the Baal churches preach, such as, we should be pacifists, it's okay to mix the races, we should not defend ourselves, etc. However, to her credit, she does mention the Jews by name, whereas Jones and Adams dare not. Day is one step closer to where we stand, but she comes short on major doctrinal points, and, thus, lead the people astray. It doesn't matter if you do this deliberately or not, the result is still the same, leading God's people down the wrong path. Well, I try to see the positive side of this in, that the people are gradually getting more and more truth and, thus, will come to the conclusion that we do need God's laws as the laws of the land.